Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines a zine as a non-commercial, often homemade or online publication usually devoted to specialized and often unconventional subject matter. I started off the documentary by saying this because most do not care nor bother to learn what a zine is. But if you spend time learning about this one zine right here, I think you would love it. This zine is called Dorkcore, and it's native to Mifflin County, PA, but can be found in other corners of PA too. But that's not the point. For we have exclusive one-to-one footage of how this zine is made and how the zine can be influential to all walks of life.
Let's begin with the process. First, you must write down your thoughts. Making them long and thoughtful or short and stupid is entirely however you wish to do it. After all, zines are made to be DIY. Next, you must find a sustainable photocopier to photocopy your images. As you can see in this footage, I have used the schools. Finally, you must staple it all together and voila, you now have a zine. What do you do with it? You can sell it like a sane man to make a quick buck or give them away for promotion. To show how amazing zines are, I have interviewed Warren Runk, contributor and reviewer of zines. Joining me here today for the interview of this documentary is
Warren Runk.
Now Warren, what do you do for Dorkcore exactly?
I draw and I write stories and I make, well, I'm not going to say that because that's saved for issue number 3 coming soon.
Thank you, Warren. So, a little bit of questions about zines and the process to make them. Would you say the process to make a zine is easy or hard?
I don't think I'm the right person to ask about that because I only do like a occasional.
Well, the writing can count as preparing, so.
I mean, the writing isn't that hard. You just gotta get an idea. Once I have an idea to write, then it's really easy to just go at it. Same with drawing. Like once I get an idea to draw, it's pretty simple.
You know, the reason why I asked that is because with our recent generation's discovery of AI, most of our generation barely writes or draws anymore. So I just wanted to ask you that personally, see if it was truly a difficulty or if our generation's just getting lazy.
Our generation's just getting lazy. I hate AI. I do not use it. I don't think I might have used it occasionally just to mess around with it, like the chatbots, but to mess with it, like how you see those videos where it's like, count to 1,000,000, and they're like, no, we'd be here all day, count to 1,000,000, do it right now!
Okay, well, are there any final things you'd like to say about the process of zine making or selling for the interview?
I sold a zine to Colston.
Hey Warren.
Sup?
So, if you were to describe the process of selling a zine, how would you describe that?
You gotta go up to the person and you gotta be like, hey, you want this. And they'll be like, I don't know if I want this. And you show them something that they might be interested in the zine, and they'll be like, I should give this a go, and they'll buy it.
That is smart and yet true. Are there any final parts about sales you would like to say before I end this conduction of interview?
I got paid $2 for that zine I sold to Colston, but that's like the only payment I've ever gotten.
Well, I must say, that was an amazing interview, and would you look at that? I figured out a good way to segue this segment into other zines. Sadly, I couldn't get a recorded interview with another zine artist by the time I wrote this, so for now, you'll have to deal with some excerpts and pictures of what zines I've accumulated over the years. Zine excerpt, Part 1, Love as a Revolutionary Social Ethic. Love cannot be confined solely to the romantic, and transcending the limitations of romantic love, we are offered more opportunities for sharing our lives and resources beyond the couple. An expansive revolutionary love ethic shapes our social and political demands. Love is a social concept in power. Politics, which is fundamentally concerned with power relations in the human world, has got to take up the question of love. Beyond romance, love is the guiding principle which informs our political aspirations, our radical hopes for the future, and our social ethics. Zine excerpt, Part 2, Take 3. Let's Talk About the Mainstream by Aaron Comet Bus. What's wrong with a few guilty pleasures, you ask? Pleasure shouldn't be guilty. It's as simple as that. The power of the underground lies in its ability to tell the truth. You can't get a song on commercial radio that deals with death or illness, or most body parts and their functions. Depression, suicide, anxiety, menopause. Experiences that touch everyone's lives can't even be discussed. The wars our country has been waging for 2 decades can't even be mentioned on commercial radio or a television award show. Even the simplest of truths are off limits. Punk gets misunderstood as an expression of negativity because it tackles some of those topics. Really, it's like the whistle of a train, singing as it lets off a lot of steam. Oh, cut to the ending. Hello, if you are seeing this, this is the end of the documentary. I didn't have anything planned out properly, so instead I'm doing this. Most of this documentary was all done guerrilla style. I do not mean gorilla as in the monkey. I mean guerrilla as in the fighting tactic. A lot of this was done by hand, by sweat, and not by blood because I'm not that brutal. Sadly though, this project did take me a long time, and I did hope you enjoyed it. Because if you didn't, there's no other movie for you to watch that will substitute this. So, go watch Stand By Me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, there's a hard hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look. When you're lost out there and you're all alone, the light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look. What do you want me to say? It's never going away, 'cause I'm stuck on you like the smell of cigarettes on your flower dress. I want you under my fingernails, I want you in my sleep and in my dreams. I wake up spooning my pillow, sweaty hands, but please don't tell my friends.